winning the first 5 in a row, and they've lost 2 games at Fartown to Whitehaven and Blackpool Borough. And then too, they look certain for a quick return to the high division after being relegated for the first time in their history. A bitter experience last season. They have 34 points from 21 matches. They've won 16, lost 3 and drawn 2. Finn Moss of Manchester, the referee, and Wigan wearing these thicker red and white hoops, who kicked off, and immediately there's a big break from fullback for Huddersfield by Eddie Barton. Huddersfield, that's Trevor Leithley. So far a fine afternoon. The pitch a little heavy, but in reasonably good condition considering all the rain, and it's certainly pretty fine at the moment. Huddersfield still there, hammering at the Huddersfield line. That's O'Neill to Bowman, Bowman to Hodkinson. And it's the last of 6 tackles. This is Stevens with a little kick ahead and a trip alleged and the penalty awarded. Mr. Moss says that Stevens was tripped. 10 minutes gone and Huddersfield to play the ball just inside their own half. Swale, the man who plays it. Almshaw to Johnson, Tony Johnson, and he's broken 1 tackle, he's broken 2. Good running by Tony Johnson. What a good strong run by this young loose forward. Local boy has been on. Clark getting it out to Halmshaw. And Halmshaw and Melling having an altercation. Referee Mr. Moss saying let him play the ball. The touch judge is staying on now. Mr. Moss has seen him. That was Vance managing to hold, and it needs to. Halmshaw sells a dummy, moves left. Short ball to Wood, inside to Jim Johnson. Still the Wigan tackling hold, but this is powerful stuff from Huddersfield. That's McHugh, Knight inside to Tony Johnson. Tony Johnson still going, and held a foot away from the line. And the last tackle, Tony Johnson quickly thrown back. And the kick by Swale, who was brought down as he kicked, and Fairbairn catches it and is dumped. And so Wigan survive. Punter's waiting for it. Punter goes to within 8 yards of the line, slides a few feet further. So Huddersfield attacking strongly. That's McHugh. And Halmshaw looking to someone to part with. Nobody was behind him on the inside then as Halmshaw looked for it. McHugh, Tony Johnson, always in the thick of it. The loose ball, get it out to Slater, who's over! A good try by Slater, made by Tony Johnson. Stevens has Hodkinson with him, cuts him out. Oh, and that was a high tackle. That'll be a penalty. And he decided to part with the ball, but now the Wigan are coming up in force, and an attempted break from the play of the ball. So Wigan 5 yards from the line. Sleight of hand by Bowman to O'Neill. And a penalty. It won't count. The ball wasn't played. Stevens has it. So Wigan have it with Bolton. Nice move involving Butler. Butler trying to crash through the middle. Gets the ball out beautifully. And referee Vinnie Moss can't stop number 4, Martin Foy, going in for a try. Beautiful move. Referee Vince Moss almost got in the way of Foy, but he pushed him on one side and went over. Jim Johnson pushing off Gary Stevens, but not the bigger man. And Bolton looking as if he might have thought of putting a boot in there. He didn't. Mr. Moss was there. McHugh to Knight. Oh, head high tackle again. Johnson wrapped down.
Well, this Bolton is this lad Johnson is coming in for some stick today with some high tackle.
This is Huddersfield, his 5th club, very experienced player. Swale, and he boots it straight to Barry Williams. Barry Williams setting off, long lanky figure going infield, and that looked a bit head high too, but Mr. Moss deciding not to penalise that one. It came out more as a clout on the cheek. Milling, beautifully taken. Oh, this is good running by Foy. Still going, Foy, a dummy, and he lost possession. He was in touch and lost possession at the same time. That's a good dummy and good running by Martin Foy. And Steve Lyons, experienced forward. Jim Johnson, Lyons, Knight, and Johnson again bounced. Play on. I think Johnson took another heavy fall then, and harsh words are being exchanged. A little unlucky there, Tony Johnson, because it wasn't really his ball. It bounced off as the ball played to him, and he got a crack at the same time. A wave to the timekeepers to start the clock again, and Wigan come away with Stevens. Bolton, Stevens, Bowman, and they're having it again. They're about of fisticuffs. There has been a lot of ill feeling this afternoon, and private wars are starting here and there. And Swale is moving in, but he's not alone. There are a lot of players involved there.
I really don't know what happened there, because we were following the ball, and right over on the far side of your screen you can see them getting stuck into each other, and not only, yes, and it's still carrying on. There seem to be 2 separate fights where everybody is scrapping with each other now.
Mr. Moss talking to both his touch judges to find out how that started and who to make an example of. It must be hard, since half the complement of both sides appear to be involved in that. Feelings running high this afternoon, because this is a very vital promotion game, a real 4-pointer. Graham Swale is being told to go away by Mr. Moss while he deliberates. And a conference with the touch judges to try and find out who started it all. It need the wisdom of Solomon to work that out. Well, Jimmy Johnson and Alan Hodkinson are coming out, the 2 props, and may well be going to get a bath and a clean jersey and a chance to swap yarns a little earlier than the rest. The 2 props, Alan Hodkinson and Jimmy Johnson, have been singled out, and 2 more are going too. It looks like, well, let's wait and see. The 2 standoff halves, Glenn Knight and Les Bolton, too, I think. So 2 props, and the 2 number 6s, Glenn Knight and Les Bolton, are also going. So we have 11-a-side rugby at Fartown, and presumably Mr. Moss is now finished. Tony Johnson to Swale, and Johnson is down again.
Yes, I think the referee actually saw this tackle and did nothing about it.
But feels it's both wise and merciful to remove Tony Johnson from the fray. So Wigan ball with Stevens, and Stevens, there they go again. This time it's Hobson and O'Neill. Hobson and O'Neill may well go. Or Perm, anyone from 22. And yeah, 2 more are going. Let's see who he's sorted out this time. Graham's, no, let's wait. It's 14. Steve Lyons looks as if he may be taking the long walk to the dressing room. Now, has anyone else gone? Yes, Trevor. Well, if that's Trevor Leithley also. Oh,
well, I really don't know what's
turned around.
I really don't know what's happening here.
Well, it's Lyons and Kiss, the Wigan hooker. I thought Leithley was good. Scrum forming near the Wigan line. Mr. Moss separating two players who seem anxious to continue the ball that we thought was over. Hobson and O'Neill, the two men. Meanwhile, back at the game, Wigan in possession. A long ball to Fairbairn up in the line, to Butler. Butler going down the middle, running strongly. He has support. It's Stockley in support. And Wigan, can they now, with only 3 minutes of normal time remaining, keep it moving? This is Foy. Foy back to Bowman. Bowman. Oh, Bowman slipping it into the gleeful and grateful arms of Barton. And never was a gift more gratefully received.
Yes, this is something that happens quite often in rugby league, of course, handing it to the wrong player.
The hooter approaching, and here's Swale having a crash. Huddersfield 9, Wigan 7. And what an exciting finish. There's the hooter. Huddersfield jumped for joy. Disappointment for Wigan. And I think it needs to be said that disappointment for those who love rugby league as a fast, open, clean and exciting game. We got the excitement, but not always for the right reasons. With those second half flare-ups resulting in 3 men from each side being sent off. The man who had that most painful job of sending men off to cool the game down, referee Vin Moss of Manchester. But at the end of the day, the scoreline will say Huddersfield 9,